some negotiations that are taking place. It's certainly better talking than shooting at each other. But we've got to have a healthy dose of skepticism here, because the North Koreans have always used negotiations, Jillian, to advance their technology program. They've used it in the past to obtain some goodwill, which is obviously going on here. And also, when it's with the South Koreans, to try to drive a wedge between ourselves and the South Koreans. So we got to look at it very realistically. Could something better come of it? Well, we all hope so. But we also got to be realistic about it.
So that's sort of the diplomatic, bilateral relationship side of things. On the military side, do you feel like there were some mixed messages this week also? I mean, President Trump agreed to not go forward with these joint military exercises with South Korea until after the Olympics. At the same time, Department of Defense flying B-2 bombers over the region. So
I actually think that we should be doing more on the military side to strengthen the policy change that we made dealing with North Korea, and that is that the military option is back on the table. It was General Mattis, now Secretary Mattis, that made that statement on his first visit to the Far East shortly after the inauguration back in January of last year. But here's some things I know the Chinese and the North Koreans are looking at to determine, is our policy real? Why are we still sending families to South Korea with their military spouses? This should now be what we call in the military an unaccompanied tour, like Iraq and Afghanistan is. We should also be preparing to bring the families that are there home, making the policy changes that are going to be able to accommodate a move with such a sizable population. We should also be making plans to bring the American population at home.
Who makes that decision, General? Is it State Department? Is it DOD? Is it a combination?
In dealing with the American citizens writ large, State Department, and dealing with the military families, DOD. And the other thing, Jillian, if we're going to go to war, and there's a possibility we are, Director Pompeo of the CIA said we're just months away from the showdown. If that's the case, as we were in Iraq and Afghanistan, we're an ocean away, which means we have to prepare theater-level logistics. We have to put in place ammunition. We have to actually start moving some forces that are going to be able to